Okay. The last thing, we do this roll call, or we'll name people. See if you give me a short story or memory. You cool to do that?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Can we start off with Reggie?
My brother, love him to death. Brother, business partner, forever. We got 16 years in. No, longer than that. Yeah, 16. 06.
All right. What about the realist?
Oh, realist, I like the realist. I don't understand him. He's two different people. I know one of them, and the other one I don't understand. Very intelligent guy, very talented guy. A guy I think should have went into acting a decade ago. Has an amazing pen. Didn't get the credit that he deserved. Wrote a lot of shit at Death Row. I think it was bad timing for him. But, I have nothing against him. Good dude.
Okay. Pooh Rider.
Rest in peace. Childhood friend, comrade. We go back 5 years old, 6 years old. Pooh Ridah did it the way he wanted to do it. That's the one thing I can stand on. He did it and lived it the way he wanted to do it. He always leaves me because he don't listen to me, but it's usually a collect call and another $50,000 attorney bill. This time, he rolled the dice and crapped out. So rest in peace, Pooh Ridah.
What about Reggie Wright?
Reggie's a guy that, you know what? I really don't know. My life would probably been very different if Reggie wouldn't have allowed me to come into Death Row. Because my initiation to Death Row is Reggie. It wasn't Suge. Through Reggie, I got to know Suge. So, I always got respect for Reggie. And Reggie's one of those guys that, I got a few things going on. I'm not going to forget about him. I'm going to put a smile on his face one day, very soon. Good dude, though.
Okay, what about Suge?
Another guy that I learned a lot from. I learned a lot of what not to do. The misconception that Suge helped me in the music business is false. I've never done a music contract with him. I brought him business and things like that. But Suge the type of dude that if he was making $5 million on the deal you brought and he found out that other people was paying you $500,000, that had nothing to do with him, he'll walk away from the $5 million to keep you from making the $500,000. So Suge was one of those dudes to where he had position in people's lives because of his position, but you just had to like him. I think 70% of it was power rule. The other 30% of it, maybe I could have learned something from him. But every day I realized what that was. And, those of us that understand Suge, we know what to expect of Suge. Not to say he doesn't mean the shit he does, he just can't help himself. So, But being a pioneer to the game, changing the game with this independent situation, turning 30 cent an album sale to 30%, can't take that from him. What he did with Death Row, the doors he kicked in, the opportunities that he did give, those cats like Snoop, and not to say that Snoop's effort didn't contribute to that, even Dre, same thing, vice versa. I gotta salute him. Can't take that from him. As a person, will I ever deal with him? Hell nah. But other than that, I wish him the best.
What about Blueface?
Oh yeah, but Blueface like a nephew. My hard-head nephew. I just told him the other day, Blueface is the smartest dummy that I know. Very intelligent, very motivated, but he just makes dumb decisions. And not that he can't make the right decision, he just doesn't think them through. But he's young, he's like 25 now, he's coming out of it. Okay. He's molding, you know what I mean? But love him like a son, great guy. And I think he's 30% of what he's gonna be one day. Okay. Yeah.
What did you think about the incident recently with his girl's family or whatever, and they had like camera crews?
Smartest dummy I know. Blueface from these streets. He knows she's from Baltimore. Doesn't tell us, don't take none of the squad with him, because that would have went totally different if people would have been there. Goes into Baltimore, but he's naive to Baltimore because he doesn't know how dangerous Baltimore is. We don't know who her family tied to. But he got the heart of a giant. But even sometimes with that, you got to make the right decisions. So I think it was a bad decision. He has a knack for things turning out. It may be fucked up, but it doesn't. It turns out a little better than it would for others. But I think he learned from that. You know what I mean? So.
Okay, and last one, Mob James.
What about Mob James? Mob James not a factor in my world.
Okay.
When Mob James just go be whatever his real name is and the grandfather and stop pumping his gangster shit, you know, then I might see whatever he's doing. But other than that, you know, he violated the code, told on some homies, and you know, ain't nobody bigger than the program. Mm-hmm. So, you know, that gotta be answered to. But those that need answers. We been knew Mob James was telling though.
Okay.
But it was a respect thing because of who his brothers were. Mm-hmm. And they was still at death row. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't nothing new, but you know, back then the internet wasn't what it is today. Mm-hmm. And I think what really struck it is when, I don't know if that was Reggie, I warned Reggie when Reggie let him on the podcast. Mm-hmm. And I warned Reggie about that. And he ended up screwing Reggie out of a deal later on. Mm-hmm. But the fact that it's hard paperwork, the actual gentleman that was the victim of the paperwork, what's the homie name? FG?
Yep. Well,
yeah, the homie FG. You know, he's been on Clubhouse and he spoke his truth. And we went over the paperwork. You know, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. You know, that's just what you are. That's why when the conversation of him and Charleston White comes up, I don't really pay it any attention because actually I'm not going to say they weren't the same because Charleston White was never what Mob James was when he was actively gang banging. Mm-hmm. But, you know, what is it to say about it? That man's damn near 60 years old, if not over 60.
Right.
You know, I just think he should lay back and stay out of the light because it's gonna come up every time when you talk the tough talk.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So from what I hear, he's a grandfather and stuff like that. I think he should just do that and just stay clear of the BS.
Okay.
Can you talk about, I know there was a big situation with Jay Prince a couple months back. Is there any update with that? Were you guys able to hash anything out?
I haven't talked to him. I got a call from the FBI. I did get a call from the FBI.
Okay.
Kind of alert me and warning me they've heard some things.
Okay.
Which you know how that go.
Yeah.
But their mission was to get me to, they was asking if I felt threatened, if him or his people had issued any threats or something like that. Okay. And you know, I informed them that none of that has happened. I don't feel threatened. He hasn't issued any threats and I know nothing about it. I recorded them and sent it to his people. Okay. So they can send to him. You know, I even called him on the number I had. Even though his issues going like that, right. Police shit like that start going around, I'm always standing on one side of it. Mm-hmm. But what I've done is I put the attorneys on the lady I was representing on my side online with the attorneys with the Hoover family. Okay. Let them hash it out.
Gotcha. Okay. But as far as with the footage and stuff that Casey
she still has it.
Okay.
It's hers by right, contractually. Okay.
All right. There was a rumor online that you had bought Orlando Anderson's life rights. Is that true or no?
I'm in conversation.
Okay. So it's a possibility.
Yeah, strong possibility. Okay. I'm in conversation. I'm talking to Andrew Ruff down at Paradigm's chairman down there, seeing if somebody can green light it. If he can green light it, then I'll go do the business with his family. But I think that's a story that needs to be told.
Yeah.
Everybody talks about it, but nobody knows nothing about it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think Glasses Malone did a video a couple years back, Tupac Must Die, where he tried to tell it from his perspective. And
yeah, and I got family on that side. Just do my guy Big Bruce.
Okay.
Yeah, Big Bruce from Compton Crib, so he's orchestrating all that. But it's a strong probability that that's gonna happen. Okay. Probably do a TV series or something around it.